My name is Chris Banks. I'm the president and CEO of the Autism Society of America, and it is my pleasure and distinct honor to welcome you to the Adam Heavner Award virtual ceremony. Tonight, I am joined by Margaret and Jim Heavner, as well as our recipient for this year. Recipient of the 2020 Adam Heavner Award is Options for All. Options for All exists to create hope, inspire dreams, and achieve success. They seek to create and support opportunities for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities in making choices to live, work, and enjoy life in their community with dignity and respect. Through unique holistic programming, employment, life skills, and training, Options for All has creative arts and independent living services. All individuals receive assistance and guidance to reach their full potential. In 2017, Options for All launched its film and media program to provide adults with developmental and intellectual disabilities with an innovative and dynamic environment to learn the art of film production. Participants develop and build upon creative and practical skills with the ultimate goal of being employed in careers they enjoy. There are currently over 100 participants enrolled in the program and 58 graduates. Now, why is the Autism Society of America recognizing Options for All? Beyond the description I just read, we had the opportunity to witness their work. We're delighted that Options for All and the crew that's here today in the Film and Media SB screen that you see worked on our project of creating our National Autism Awareness Month video. They did a phenomenal job. It was a great experience. So with all of that, let me just welcome Jim and Margaret. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for having this award. Tell us a little bit about your son, Adam, and tell us about this award and why we're doing this.
I'd love to tell you about my son, Adam. As a child, Adam was gentle and pleasant, kind and bright, full of smiles and energy, best at one-on-one activities, yet always wanting to have his best friend over as often as possible. Adam was most sensitive, we noticed, and sensitive to the words and sensitive to the actions of others. You see, for Adam, home was the safe place. From early adolescence, with all those wonderful traits, there began to be signals that didn't fit. They were intertwined in his twist on life, seeing life a little different, becoming more withdrawn, being inseparable from me, doing things truly out of character. And then in his later adolescence and into his adulthood, we searched with him for help from doctor to doctor. We were told one thing after another, but nothing seemed to help. Everything seemed to make it worse. With Adam, you had to participate in school, come alongside with him on each assignment. We would pull information together. He would put the sentences together, and I would write whatever it was he spoke to me. We made it fun. It was always that way, making it fun. But by high school, things seemed to deteriorate. He just seemed to be in a dark place. Things were more erratic. The mental and the physical health were deteriorating, and he was always in pain. As a young adult, Adam sought out his own diagnosis, and we were happy for him to do that. And he did find that diagnosis. He came home and called himself Asperger's and taught us all how to say the word. It was a celebration for the family. We studied all that we could find and agreed that Adam's findings were correct. He had a counselor who was sensitive and gentle herself. It was just a wonderful match. We too had always been there for Adam. Much to our surprise, he began college. This time, now, he was on his own. We were so pleased for him, yet lingering was still that ever-present burden. To him, he seemed to be different. That's what he always would say. We saw him plummet deeper and deeper into a depression. This time we couldn't keep up with him, and Adam didn't seem to be able to stop his own downward pace. Much to our dismay, our son, our smiling, troubled son, found no relief this time. And on January 22nd, 2012, Adam took his life.
Jim, could you share with us what you and Margaret were thinking about when you created this award?
Well, following Adam's death, we were introduced to the Autism Society by our daughter, Adam's younger sister. As you can imagine, it was a devastating time. Friends were trying to offer their help in any way they could and contributions. And Annie, again, his young sister that admired him so much, came to us and said she had looked up the Autism Society and it really deserved a second look. So we looked at it and we thought it was a very good cause. So we began to have donations sent toward the Autism Society. Quickly thereafter, someone named Scott Badish calls me up and said he'd like to meet me because of all these donations coming in. And when we saw what the Autism Society, how they advocated for those on the spectrum and the benefits they brought to those, we thought, how good that could have served our son. And we were so happy to find this, and we felt it very befitting to honor him with it. Considering many of the challenges Adam had in the workplace, and he did work, he did have a full-time job. He was fairly socially awkward. He had a very strong work ethic, but things like he would go to work at 5 in the morning so he didn't have to walk in with everyone at 8 o'clock. He would then either leave late or early so he didn't have to go out with the crowds. He would change all the light bulbs, the fluorescent light bulbs in his office from fluorescent to incandescent lamps, which looked a little weird to the people around, but it worked for him. So when I thought back about those many challenges, and when Scott Badish actually suggested this thought of creating an award that would honor companies that try to create a more friendly and better workplace for those on the spectrum, it sounded so much befitting to what we so much had looked for Adam, and we were so proud to create this award. Now, since its inception, as you have mentioned, we've looked for the quality of the company, not the size. There have been big companies, as we mentioned, the Phillies, Disney, cruise lines, but there's been a car wash as well, and a smaller company that provides jobs for people on the spectrum. So those are the type people we wanted to honor with this award, and we felt so good about it because we just think what could have been if our son had been exposed to some of these opportunities. So when I heard this name the other day that you mentioned, Options for All, that it said it in itself. Options for All, what a great name.
Right. And it really has been exciting. And we're delighted that Options for All has joined us today to be a part of this conversation and celebration. And joining me from Options for All is Dan Roper. Dan, welcome. It's good to see you today.
Thank you. I just want to say it's an incredible honor to receive this award. We're overjoyed. We're overjoyed at the opportunity. We're overjoyed at the possibilities that this opportunity will afford us as far as furthering opportunities for our employees, our students, and so forth. And we just couldn't be more pleased.
Well, we're delighted. And Dan, I think I shared with you when we talked about this, that we at the Autism Society want to shine a light on the great work that you're doing, which is really appropriate for the work you do. Could you introduce us to some of the people that have joined you today?
Yes, absolutely. Like you said, we started this program where we teach the students in 2017. The production company started shortly thereafter. Options for All has many programs. All of them have the same goal of promoting a joyful life through the fulfillment that people get when they have employment, they have a job, they have something that builds them up. And I'm going to actually toss it right now to my left to our CEO of Options for All, because Options for All, our film and media studio, is just one of many programs that Options for All offers to promote employment and a richer life for this population. This is
Excellent.
Ken Barnes.
Ken, Chris Banks here. Ken,
Hey.
I'd like to welcome you and congratulations to you and all of your colleagues on this award. Welcome. Tell us a little bit more about Options for All and the work that you're doing.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot. And again, we're so appreciative for this award. I mean, thank you so much. This is the kind of work that we all love to do. Options for All has been around for 35 years, and we provide services across the state of California to just over 1,300 individuals across the spectrum of intellectual and developmental disabilities. And from our film and media program, we have a program that deals with persons with more severe behavioral issues, and in our enhanced community engagement program, we have a variety of services that we do throughout the day, depending upon what the needs of the individual are. There's about 300 people we support on jobs. That's kind of probably our fastest and most rapid growing program, because we're really proud of that, because after we train persons, then we go out and find a place for them to work. And then we also support people so they can live independently on their own, but not by themselves without any support. It's personal for me because I grew up with a twin brother who lived with cerebral palsy, who passed away 21 years ago. And I found this organization as a volunteer nearly 7 years ago. And then I served on the board, and then I became the CEO 9 months ago. So at the beginning of this year, and it's just been obviously one heck of a ride in 2020. But what's really fun is the 400 team members that I have here have never stopped delivering services, like not a single moment. And the film and media studio in particular made the turn first. In fact, 2 weeks before the shelter-in-place orders came in, they were already prepared, already ready to go. And our students here just jumped right in, like, hey, how are we going to do it? And they came up with a new way. And so that's why, if I stay really excited about it, I am, because I love working with our students and our graduates. And I'm looking forward to when COVID's over, because the last time we were all together, I had to act out scenes from movies. And that was always fun, because they're the greatest movie and trivia buffs that you will ever encounter in your life. So don't say you really like films if you don't know every line in the film that you allegedly like.
So they'll be taking you to the Rocky Horror Show sometime soon?
Yes. Or doing it for us. It's either one will work out.
Great, great.
Also up here with us, we have Ludovico Estrada. He's one of our graduates. Ludovico is probably most famously known here at Options for All for helping to redesign and implement our logo change, our entire branding change for Options for All that we made last year. And to my right here, this is Eric Baker. He's one of our first graduates, and he's actually out working. Well, let me get back to Ludi real quick. He's working for me as well as doing freelance work. And Eric is working for me as well as doing freelance work as well. He's working for Cox Communications. They have a national channel called Your View. It's a sports and lifestyle channel. Right. And Eric works there as well. And now I'll toss it to our San Bernardino studio, where Melissa Gasca is sitting with the crew that worked on the National Autism Awareness Month video.
Hello, my name is Melissa, and first of all, I would like to say I very much appreciate you guys taking the time to do this and noticing our program versus, other bigger programs out there. But yes, I am the job developer here in San Bernardino, film job developer. So I've been working with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities for at least 5 years. Before Options for All, I worked with a company called Inclusion Films, and then I was fortunate enough to transition with this company. And so my job entails basically looking for opportunities within the film industry. And so a handful of the students behind me have actually gone on numerous sets in LA, or have worked on other promotional videos and things like that. So this isn't their first gig, but yeah, they have been fortunate enough to get a bunch of opportunities And so when I got in touch with Kristen and she gave us this opportunity, I just thought it would be great to collaborate with a company like the Autism Society of America. So yeah, I would say we have been doing pretty well. It's just been a little slow because of COVID. But I'm really hoping that once COVID is over, things will slowly start picking back up so I can get these guys some work, because I know they've been very thirsty for some work and some experience out in the community. I know they've been learning on Zoom lately, and I know it's kind of difficult to not get that hands-on experience that they're used to, but we're hoping to get that soon. And yeah, I mean, the only other thing I could say is the reason why I felt like this video meant so much to me was because I feel that people that have autism or any type of disability, I personally see it as more of an ability. I feel like all of them have their own special, unique skills that just need to be shown. And I felt like this video gave an opportunity to show that. So I'm very thankful for that. Thank you. I'm going to introduce you to one of our first students, who his name is Trevor, right over here.
Hi, Trevor. How are you?
Doing good.
Trevor, tell me a little bit about the project that you worked. First of all, let me start with this before we do everybody in the room. How many of you knew that the client was the Autism Society of America? Raise your hand. How many of you thought that made a difference in the level and the quality of the work you were doing? You were going to do the same work no matter what. Okay, yeah, that's great. Same level of quality. Trevor, tell us about what you did.
Well, I was the assistant director upon the video, so I made sure that everyone was doing their tasks correctly while also making sure we were on time, not running late, etc.
Okay, excellent, excellent.
And we can now go on to Jason Mobley over in the back.
Hello, Jason. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Jason, tell me a little bit about the work you did on the project.
I worked closely with the sound mixer, who you'll be introduced to in a bit. I did the boom and I did the lavalier microphones, make sure we got clear audio, and I worked closely with our sound mixer, Jaya Salazar, over there.
Great.
And I enjoyed myself a lot.
Great. Who's holding the boom if you're there?
Oh, that's a different boom operator. That's,
There we go. Okay.
John Lee. That's John Lee. He's taking my job right now.
John Lee, you can wave the boom for us so we can see you say hi. There you go. Hi, John Lee. Okay, Melissa.
All right, so next we have Alfonso.
I'm sorry?
His name is Alfonso Julian.
Hello there. Welcome, Alonzo. Tell us about your project on your work on this project.
I was camera operator.
So he was a camera operator.
Camera operator. Okay, so you made it look good. Appreciate that.
He's a hard worker. And then over here we have Elena.
Elena, how are you today?
I'm good. I was second assistant camera on the project, so I slated and helped work the camera.
What does slated mean?
Slate is when you start shooting, you clap on a clapboard so that you have the sound and the video in sync.
So action.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great. Okay, terrific.
All right, over here we have Brian.
Hello, my name is Brian Garcia. I was the camera operator for the Autism Society shoot.
Hey, Brian, thank you for the work. You did great work. You captured a lot of good footage. It really made a difference, so thank you.
You're welcome.
And right here we have Jaya.
Hello, my name is Jaya Salazar. I was also on the sound team for the Autism Society project. I was the sound mixer, and I also worked closely with Jason Mobley.
Excellent.
Really awesome to be able to work with everyone here. So
Great.
thank you for the opportunity.
Well, thank you. One of the unique things about the video you all did for us, and Jim and Margaret, I know you got to see this, is the idea of asking the quote unquote person on the street, what did they know or not know about autism and what did they think? What was your reaction to the question? Do you have a sense that people were really beginning to learn a little bit more about what they thought autism was or wasn't?
I guess we did, but I was actually surprised how knowledgeable some of them were. I was expecting more of a blank stare in some cases, but they did seem to have an awareness. Yes.
Right, right. And from the crew, what was your reaction to their responses?
Anyone got feedback? No, no feedback.
No feedback.
Were you guys surprised?
Yep, go ahead.
I was actually kind of happy because it seemed like I wouldn't say that a whole lot of people didn't know a whole lot about autism. I feel like they had somewhat of a good understanding, which is a little bit good because I feel like people today are more accepting and understanding of different types of people.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Good for you. Good for you. So for the crew and San Bernardino, anything that you thought you wanted to tell us about your experience that you'd like to share? Enjoyable, learn, want to do again?
I would like to add something.
Sure.
The only thing I would like to add is the fact that a lot of, I mean, I would say all of them, they had a genuine interest for filmmaking too. So it's not just the fact that they're, you know, in this program just because. They all genuinely have an interest and want to learn the skill and want to take it seriously. So I think that's important to know because, you know, some people might think, oh, it's a job for them, but for them, it's actually a passion of theirs. And I think that's what makes me most happy about doing this, is that they
Sure.
love to do it. So
Options for All creates a pathway for that. That's great. I'm going to go back, Deanne, to your group over in San Diego here, if you don't mind. Eric, tell me a little bit, if you don't mind, about how Options for All is preparing you to succeed.
Hi. Options for All taught me to be the best employee I could be. They taught me how to do my job, how to do it on time, and how to work with others to complete our assignments. In doing so, I became more confident in myself and my ability to succeed and in my ability to help others. I now am eager to start a healthy career in video production thanks to what Options for All taught me about the art of video production and the art of working.
Excellent, excellent. And for any of you, how is Options for All helping to diversify the workforce? What's your thought process on that? Maybe Ken, tell me a little bit of how do you see this enhancing the diversity of the workforce?
Yeah, actually, it's a great question. I just want to add on Eric and Ludi, and you're going to love talking to Ludi. We get to work together often because they live here in San Diego near headquarters, and they have a lot of patience with me when I'm flubbing again and again and again on internal video. So they would say, I can't tell you, I can't wait till this is over so you can come out here and you can hang out with them too. Like I
Great.
get to do
I would
all
look
the
forward
time.
to that.
You know, our overarching approach to everything we do is diversity and inclusion. It's interesting. We were named the corporate partner of the year with San Diego Pride this year because that's part of everything, the LGBTQ community. We are part now of the San Diego Regional Economic Development Corp, where we're there to help work on workforce issues in the entire region. Our focus is not just on Options for All, but take our knowledge, take our expertise and bring it to the entire economic system of the regions where we operate so that we can teach other employers both how to engage with persons on the spectrum and other parts of IDD, the job opportunities that they can create, and really most of all, sharing with them that, hey, you don't need special job opportunities, it's just job opportunities. And then what we'll do is kind of help prepare what you need in the workforce. So that's kind of how we've done it, is we try to live our values out loud, is what we always say around here. So whether it's persons with disabilities, persons with other diversities, whether it's gender or age or whatever it may be, we just kind of keep doing that. Veterans, with Veterans Day coming up tomorrow, we've doubled the number of veterans who work here. And so we just look at every conceivable outlet that we have, and then we go out and we push, and it's the same message that our persons deliver high quality services. So if you're going to engage Dan and all of our students for production services, don't do it because, it'd be nice to do something and hire someone who lives with a disability. Ours is, you should hire them because they are the absolute best at what they do. and we move forward from there. And the last thing I'll leave you with is something that we're particularly passionate about. We are vehemently against like the whole sub minimum wage. You've got to pay somebody less because they have a disability. We don't even engage that side. It's simply, this is the person you hire. They're better than anybody else that you'll ever meet, and that's it. Full stop.
Yeah, and Ken, I want to just tell you some of the thought process that we went through at the Autism Society of America when discerning to find the film crew to do the Autism's Awareness Month video we wanted to do. We did say that we knew what we wanted from the job, and we knew what kind of quality we wanted from the job. And we did say that if apples to apples, comparing equal, if the individuals from Options for All could do the job, we absolutely should give them the job. But it started with who could do the best job for us. So it really is what you just talked about. And I know I talked to Jim and Margaret about this, right? It's beyond doing the altruistic. It's beyond doing the good. It's doing the right, but it's also getting the best job possible for it. And I think that this award gives us an opportunity to highlight companies that are doing that, so that young men like Adam know there's a place where when they're working, they are going to be able to be supported as they do excellent quality work. I think that's part of what our thought process was when we suggested to you that this company would be the company to recognize this year. Any thoughts or comments?
Yeah, no, the thing is, I think people miss the point. You know, you're asking like, how do you get to a diverse thing? It's not about just coming up with like your picture, I call it, you know, where you're trying to put together like what is the best photo that you can put, what looks best on paper. It's simply having a pool of persons, whether they're applicants, service providers, that represent a wide cross section. And within that, you're going to find highly qualified persons who hit everything, and highly qualified businesses. And it's just like with our film and media and our production studio, we compete with anybody else out there. That's why Eric works where he works. That's why Ludi does the job that he does. And in fact, it's why we're expanding to Los Angeles. Just last month, we decided to build a studio in the Los Angeles Hollywood corridor so we can find more job opportunities. And we had our first studio meeting, and they were asking like, well, what do your people do and how do they do it? And I explained to them, I go, we make filmmakers. They just happen to live with a disability, but we're not looking for anything special. Just don't discount them when it comes to looking around for new workers, because our people are going to be the best. So don't get caught up on anything else.
We make filmmakers. I love it. I love it. Ludi, tell me a little bit about your work.
Mainly, I do like graphic design work. I started out like 2 years ago. The headquarters in San Diego under like Nancy, Nancy at that time, commended with my graphic design skills. And one of my staff, I was a participant at that time, commend me with my graphic design skills. So like they had like they called and like asked me if I would like get an opportunity to work with logo design. And so I originally it was from a help from like one of the experienced graphic designers right there. And so what I did is like did the rebranding here as far as like the templates, such as the letterhead envelopes, as well as the banner, and like and the folders as well.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, thank you. And I do love the logo. It looks great and very much alive with color and activity and motion. This has been an exciting opportunity for the Autism Society to recognize quality work of individuals on the spectrum and also celebrate a vendor of ours who produced an excellent video, and we're excited about that. It also is a wonderful opportunity for us to celebrate the life of Adam Heavner and what he has brought to the autism community. And Margaret and Jim, I want to thank you for, first of all, we really want to thank Annie first, right? Let's not forget what she did by looking and finding us and recognizing that she saw a place that was going to make a difference in the world of autism. The gentleman you referred to, Scott Badish, is my predecessor, former president and CEO who retired. And we're extraordinarily grateful for the work of Scott Badish and what he did to facilitate the conversation that made it possible for you all to do what you did. As we wrap this up, Jim and Margaret, any final comments or thoughts thoughts you want to offer to the crew and sentiments to the team?
We love who the award is going to. It means a great deal to us. You know, all of this goes on, even through our tragedy. We see nothing but joy from it. I mean, thank you very much.
What an honor to present Options for All with the Adam Heavner 2020 Business of the Year Award.
Well, we're delighted. Thank you very much. Dan, any comments from you, Dan Roper? Any closing comments, or from Ken?
Again, I just want to say thank you so much. We're very honored. I did want to make a comment. You had spoken earlier about Adam's uniqueness, and every one of these individuals that I work with are very unique. I spent close to 25 years in the broadcast television industry before coming here, and there was a lot of ego, a lot of personal aggrandizement that goes on. And these guys are harder on themselves when they make the smallest mistake. I spend more time with them, encouraging them that, you know, what you did was awesome, you know, and you need to lighten up on yourself. So much more than you know, they come down hard on themselves because, like you said, they are so focused and dedicated. And I think it comes with that uniqueness that comes with what they're living with. And
Excellent.
I'm honored and proud to be a part of it.
That's great. And for the crew, are you guys ready for more work?
Yes.
On behalf of the Autism Society of America, I thank you all for joining us today as we celebrate the life of Adam Heavner and we recognize the great work of Options for All. Thank you, and thank you for supporting the Autism Society of America.
Thank you, Chris.
Drink up.